Today I'm going to show you how to make this wrapped crystal with sea glass and wire. So to make this project, you're going to need your flat pliers, your cutters, your round pliers, and some smaller round pliers. And I'm using the artistic copper wire, so I'm going to cut a piece that's probably about 15 to 18 inches long. I always cut it a little longer than I need. So I cut that. And then you want to choose a crystal that has a little bit of texture to it. It's very difficult to do with a stone that's too smooth. So what we'll do is I'm going to do a green one this time. So we'll move these ones out of the way. This is just sea glass. It's actually manufactured sea glass, but it's great to do with glass that you find on the beach. And we're going to get our round pliers. And I always start by doing just a little bit of a turn like that. So we just do a little bit of an edge to grab the top of the glass. And we'll do a complete turn around from top to bottom. Hold it snugly and just give it one complete turn around like that. Now, this sample that I did didn't have beads on it, but you can add beads as you go. So you can just, as you go along, get some little seed beads. And you can get different colors. You don't really have to do any particular kind of pattern. And what I find works best is if you pull this wire and actually pull it around through to catch it in place, because otherwise if you don't do that little turn, sometimes the wire slips out. So this is a good way to make it solid. Don't worry if it's a little bit loose, because you're going to be able to tighten it up at the end. So you want to just have your basic kind of shapes. And like I said, you don't need a pattern, but it's good if you vary the beads a little bit. I have some transparent ones, and I have some kind of opaque ones as well. So we're going to go around like that. So I wouldn't bother putting beads on the back. And we're going to go around again, put a few more beads here, like that. There's a hematite one. Sometimes it's hard to tell what patterns are going to look good, so it's often better just to put a good little range of beads in there. And as long as they're in the same kind of color palette, it's going to look good together. So I'm just going to pull that one around. And sometimes it takes a little bit of wiggling to get the wire in the right position. We'll put a few more beads. There we go. And you can do 3 rows of beads. If you find the beads don't fit, you can always take an extra one off. I'm just going to do 2 rows like that for now. And then you want to pull the wire back up to the top. You can twist it around a few times if you want. It's really, there's no real rules about it. You just do it how you like. So I'm going to just go like that, and then we want to create a loop at the top. And this is going to go directly on your cord, so you actually won't need a jump ring if you do the loop perpendicular like that. And we'll cut the end. And then for this end, you can also clip it, or if you want to make it a little more fancy, cut it at about 2 inches. And then take your small round pliers, and we're just going to turn it around like that. And if you want to check out my video, tips and tools for wire making, I have all information about the tools that I use and the wires that I use. And then I also have a wire art course if you'd like to check the link below on how to make wire jewelry. So there we just made a little spiral to make it a little more fancy. So now that you have the spiral done, just to tighten up the wires a little bit, because you don't want the stone to fall out, You're going to take these round pliers and you're just going to, with the flick of the wrist, just bend the wires a little bit like this. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can just go with how you feel. So it's tight enough, and you can do the same on the front if you want to make it a little more fancy. You just do these little bends, and the wire's pretty forgiving, so you can go in and bend it a little bit. What you're going to do is put it on this black cord. This is a waxed cotton cord. You can also put it on a leather cord, and I just put it on an adjustable cord, so you don't need a clasp. And you can check out my video. I'll put a link below for my video on how to make this adjustable cord. So much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY videos. And if you make a wrapped sea glass pendant, be sure to share your photos on Instagram and other social media, and you can hashtag or @ me at Heather Boyd Wire.